For today's adventure, I'm here in Glendale, California, just about 15 to 20 minutes away from downtown Los Angeles. And on the very first stop I do make here, I do encounter a wildlife animal. Leave a guess down below. What could it be? And with that being said, let's get the video started. So as I was driving, I'm looking for a sign that says Holy Terrace. And I see it right there on that door right there. And I'm like, ooh, I found the great mausoleum. And there's the Holy Terrace. I'm like, cool. And I'm here to visit Michael Jackson, the king of pop himself. And from watching YouTube videos online, I just told myself, will those doors be locked? Or will they be unlocked just for one day so I can pay my respects to the king of pop himself? And unfortunately, the doors are locked. I'm like, okay, so they're true, so yes. But looking outside, I do see a set of flowers there, and that's probably about it. I didn't see much flowers there as I would expect to be. But yeah, I was there to visit the king of pop himself, Michael Jackson. Of course, probably one of my favorite songs would be Thriller, Beat It. The list goes on and on and on. I could listen to any song he wrote and I probably would start, jamming. So yeah, just knowing that he's in there. In case you're wondering, he's in his sarcophagus there, and that's a huge casket, in case you're wondering. But yeah, so there's Michael Jackson's final resting place, even though I couldn't go in the building, but that's okay. So as I was leaving Holy Terrace, a coyote approached from my left side, and I was at my car and I see it just walking towards me. I'm like, oh dear, there is a wildlife coyote. I'm like, what are the odds? So I sit there and get in my car, and he just walks past by me. I'm like, oh. I'm like, what a way to start the morning, just seeing a wildlife coyote. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a good day today. From the entrance, go straight, hang a left, and the kindly light section there, and that curve right there. And I actually parked my car like up that curve there, above the hill. So I had to walk down, and we'll find here the lead singer of the Muffs, Kim Shattu. Kim Shattu. According to my notes here, she was in a band. She played bass and guitar. And she was part of the Pandoras and the Muffs most recently. And it's here, according to my notes here, she passed away on October 2nd, 2019 from complications from lateral sclerosis. She never publicly disclosed her disease. It ran paternally in her family. She survived by her mother and two siblings, as her husband of 16 years, Kevin Shutterland, shortly before her death. The Muffs recorded their seventh album, No Holiday, which was released on October 18th, 2019. She was just 56 years old when she passed away. So from our previous spot, we go up the road into the Wee Churchyard section. According to my notes here, it says, look for the statue, holding the arrow, and then just go to your left. I'm like, cool. I find Jimmy Stewart here, or James Maitland Stewart. Jimmy Stewart here had a long career in Hollywood. You may know from his show, The Jimmy Stewart Show, and acting for a very, very long time in his career. And I could go on and on about Jimmy Stewart. I personally grew up watching old TV roasts shows on TV back in the day where they aired those infomercials. I'm like, oh, I guess he was part of those roasts from back in the early 70s and 80s. So like, that's pretty neat. So yeah, Jimmy Stewart here is a later wrestler. And he would have been, give me 1 second here. He would have been 89 years old when he passed away on July 2nd, 1987. I told myself this, go past the statue of Michelangelo and look for the sign that says Court of Freedom. Check. Look for the Guard of Honor. I'm like, cool, I found it. I'm like, told myself, will I be able to access this part? Probably not, because I probably didn't get permission from the cemetery itself to access that spot. And well, I get there and access denied, doors were locked because in the Garden of Honor, we would have found the father of Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson. He is in an unmarked grave. So looking at the picture on Find a Grave, Told myself there's a casket when you walk in. There's two of them actually, one on your left and one on your right. And I see the one on my left there. Told myself he's like right at the end on that walkway there to your right. He's like right there, and I see it, but I can't really go, visit there. So I saw it from far away, but couldn't see it up close. But yeah, that's where Joe Jackson's final resting place would be, in this unmarked grave. As of right now, I don't know if it has a stone yet. So just entering before the Freedom Mausoleum, if you walk over to your left there, we will find Walt Disney, the person who created the happiest place on earth. Has two theme parks here in Southern California and one in Florida. And I myself have been to the one here in Southern California, and haven't been to California Land. But yes, Walt Disney here is responsible for creating those theme parks here. And his legacy is still going on to this day. And honestly, without Disneyland or Disney parks or even the cartoons themselves, what we have, nothing. But thanks to this man, we have the happiest place on earth, and also we have Mickey and Minnie and Donald Duck and Pluto and all that fun stuff. So yes, Walt Disney here, and the Court Freedom section here to your left. So staying in the same section, the Freedom Mausoleum, we're going to go down this hallway there to the Patriots Terrace section, and we're going to look up there 2 rows before the top wall, and we're going to find Chico Marx and his brother Guillermo is laid to rest with his mom Helen there. And yes, this would be the Marx Brothers act from the early days of Hollywood. I remember seeing one of the brothers on an episode of I Love Lucy. I think it was Harpo Marx was on the episode of I Love Lucy because red hair and all. So I'm like, yeah, it was a funny episode, can't lie. But yes, we have Chico and then Guillermo here, and then along with his mom there, Helen. And yeah, they're all in the same section. You can't miss them. And with that being said, looking at this view here from the cemetery, I want to say Dodger Stadium's right there to my left or to my right. But anyhow, so with that being said, don't forget to leave a like on today's video and also subscribe to where you're at it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.